Daredevil Born Again is out. And I watched him. We all watched him. So just out the gate, I'm going to say this. Out the gate, spoilers are coming, guys. Spoilers are coming.
All right. I only watched the first one, though.
Okay, that's fine. Honestly, I will tell you about that, too. But I gotta tell you guys, I knew it was happening. The Foggy thing, I knew it because we've been talking about this for so long. All the rumors about it, again, we started with Karen and Foggy not being in it. And then the new showrunner came in and said, hey, they're the heart and soul of the show. We need them. And so they wrote them back in when they did all the massive reshoots. Yeah. And so the fan base, after 7 years of waiting for these characters to be back together, are fucking crushed because they shoot and kill Foggy, out of nowhere.
I had no idea that was such a big deal.
A big deal. And so, when you look at it that way, that's me as a fan because I'd heard these rumors. And right before the show dropped, they actually said in an interview, like a bunch of the cast, and I think it was the showrunner said that a very tragic event occurs in the very beginning, but it's necessary for the whole narrative to flow forward. And people are like, oh, fuck. It's like 3 days before this came out. People are like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I thought they were both going to die. I'm like, they're killing Foggy and they're killing Karen. But surprisingly not, Karen got to live, which I think is great. I like her character. She's awesome.
And then she blew him off.
It's funny her name's Karen.
Yeah.
And it fit the way they wrote her out.
It is kind of funny. Her name's Karen. It kind of is. That's just what it is.
Surviving the first episode. What a Karen thing to do.
What a Karen thing to do. And now, first of all, for both you guys, Brandon, have you ever watched any of the Daredevil stuff before, the Netflix series?
No, I haven't watched any of it. I haven't seen the movie. I'm guilty of not even seeing the...
Well, that's why I love it, though. So from that outside perspective, right, you've never seen this before. You're that fan that just came to Disney Plus, and you saw this new Marvel show drops, right? Okay, Daredevil. Now... did that first episode, did that make you be like, oh shit, I want to see more of this? I'm intrigued what Marvel's doing over here at Disney Plus? Or were you like, guys, I get why I haven't watched this ever?
I mean, I think it was, I think D'Onofrio is amazing. I think he they're putting a lot of weight on his shoulders to carry the show. I mean, so far, I only saw the first one. I didn't watch the second one yet, but I might watch the second one. I just have a problem with the hour-long runtime. It's such a commitment to do an hour.
Oh yeah, the whole hour.
Yeah, it is. Like, I mean, I like a nice tight 30-minute show, when I want to binge something. But it's a thing where they're releasing it every week though, which I do like. I like that every week that they do a distribution that way because it's how TV kind of is supposed to be.
Yeah, right.
But and so maybe that will incentivize me more to watch it. I do think Vincent D'Onofrio is really good in it, and it was very, very blatant, Trump type referenes.
That's what I know. A lot of people were saying that too, but what's funny about it is that's like the Mayor Fisk storyline, though. It's exactly the Mayor Fisk storyline, which people have been asking for a long time. And where do you take his character, I guess, going into this? And I think that made sense because he always got to be the mayor, and then it was like a whole thing of him kind of controlling the city. And then I love how he mentioned Spider-Man. He mentioned Spider-Man. He mentioned, of course, Daredevil. He mentioned in that speech when he wins as mayor. Punisher he mentions. Oh, yeah. And it was kind of fascinating. I'm like, oh yeah, he said the guy with the skull on his chest or something like that, right? And of course Punisher's coming into this, the same guy from the Netflix series.
What I do like though is that it's not too, I mean, maybe it'll get crazier, but so far the first episode wasn't too superhero-y. And as somebody who's coming from the outside, I kind of like the more grounded, like the Punisher, like Daredevil, like the guys who are just like normal guys who aren't radioactive or anything like that. Yeah. It's just kind of they're badasses.
Well, because it's it could be any of us. That's the cool thing about that aspect too. It's it's attainable as a human being. I could be Batman. You know,
Yeah. I just got to
you
go to
could
the
be
gym
Batman.
more often, but I could do it.
Yeah, and then you know, yeah, if you're a billionaire, you could be Batman. You know, that's what that says too.
Right.
But even Daredevil is just like a lawyer. You're blind. You know, that's his superpower. He's a blind lawyer.
Yeah, he's a diversity hire.
That's funny
A
because
DEI hire.
yeah,
right.
he's been like, you know, it's such an interesting character, I think, for the comics as it is. I love how they did like the cinematography for that too. GR, what do you think about that? Because the cinematography was interesting. It was like he could hear something. There was that very first sequence where Foggy has the phone call, and then he walks outside, and then you all of a sudden, like, I love how it went from the aspect ratio, went from like 16:9, it started zooming into full screen, as it was like you could hear it, and it got closer and closer to the window. I thought that was really cool. Do you think that was integrated well into the show?
I just think it was because they're concentrating on the hearing of a visually impaired person, how your senses are changed when you lose one sense, how the others become heightened. And that's what that's what they're concentrating on, and they really brought it to the fore in that scene.
Yeah. Oh, that scene. What'd you think? Did you like that scene? Were you mad about it?
I hate it. Whoever controlled this stuff, I'm trying to not be overly dramatic, but those two characters, Foggy and Karen, I love the name, were totally integral to the storyline of the character, his character.
Yeah, and even like Edward Tyson, he's like his brother, you know?
I loved it.
Killing him in the first 5 minutes and writing Karen out 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
You know, she was such an integral part. She gave up who he was, and one of our viewers said that.
Now, are people upset about that?
People are upset.
She became a junkie in the comics.
I love it. I think it's great. New slate, fresh slate. Kill them all.
And let God sort them out. That was the Vietnam memorabilia.
Oh, yeah.
But
I'll even say though that overall though, I thought it was a cool sequence. It was awesome. It was like even when they killing Foggy, like it hurts. It does hurt, but it does give him pain to move forward.
Now
I just think
like I love the one-on-one shot of D'Onofrio and who's the other actor's name?
Oh, Charlie Cox.
Yes, he was very good. Like I love the scene of them in the diner. Like that was cool. Like just badass. Like negotiating. Like it's weird. It was very like not superhero-y, which I thought was cool. As somebody, like you said, coming in fresh, I didn't mind. I mean, obviously, I haven't built up a rapport with these characters like, you know, GR has over these years.
Well, I read the comic books back in the 60s.
Right. Reading all this.
I get what they're doing because they want people like me to be like, yeah, like I'll watch this. I didn't have to. That's the one thing I hate is that like a lot of these Marvel things, I have to have seen like some obscure movie back like 5 movies ago or a TV
understand.
Show, like 3 movies ago, you know, but this was just
or a comic book 30 years ago.
Exactly. Yes, sir. You're right.
Well, that's what was cool about the whole Daredevil Netflix series too. It was really gritty, and these long one shots of him just beating people up.
Yeah, that was cool. Wonders.
Right, Wonders. They're really. I mean, I know they stitched that one together, but it still looks like that, which is it's cool. It really is cool. That whole thing where he's playing bullseye through the whole bar. That was awesome. You know. Like, damn. But that's what Daredevil's like, even in the original series. And that's why I love that they came back to this. Because originally they shot this. I don't even know about this, Brand. They shot a bunch of this. And the idea was it was supposed to be like a typical procedural, pretty much. Like, he's a lawyer. He's doing this case this episode. He's doing this one the next. And then he became Daredevil, like, episode 4 or 5. That was what their plan was. Huh. Yeah, you never saw him in the costume till then. And it was like this character from Netflix, but not. They were playing with the gray area. And they had recast D'Onofrio's wife from this series, Vanessa. They had recast her originally, and they brought back the original girl from the first season, which that was cool. I'm like, bring her back. And so they brought all these characters back, but originally it was gonna be all different. And I think they did a good job by doing that. I think it made it really feel like the Netflix show, but different. Its own kind of tone. It kind of has a little bit more lighthearted than the original show had. The original show is dark and gritty. It's fucking gritty, and like he's just beating the shit out of people. D'Onofrio like kill. I mean, we're gonna see it. We did have him throw the freaking bullseye off the roof, but D'Onofrio really took a car door and like slammed this guy's head, and like blood's flying everywhere until he dies in that show.
Oh whoa.
He's like wiping the blood off his hands, like, let's go. You know, like he's just that voice he has, you know?
And now he's going to like run New York.
Yeah. He's going to be, I hope he's still like that ruthless, you know?
Yeah.
That's what he's supposed to be like.
Oh, he was. You can see that in the second episode.
Does Disney usually do that? Do they tone stuff down?
They usually do, and that's why everybody was pissed off about this. Like, they're gonna ruin it. They kept saying, you know. I mean, I saw the stuff, the feeds online. I'm like, and that's what I was thinking at first too. But when you start hearing, okay, we're bringing in the original cast back, we're rewriting things, we're trying to capture that energy. It's like it's working. It's working. And I think you gotta sometimes, you know, capture that moment again if you can. And they weren't gonna do it before. I think it was dumb. I love this. I actually really enjoyed it. I know GR didn't like it. I really enjoyed it.
Well, I like the quality of the show, Brian.
Yeah.
The fact that they wrote the two most critical characters in the storyline out in the first 20 minutes. I didn't like that.
But now he got to have new friends and new characters.
Yeah. Who's got his new girlfriend now? You know, he's like, yeah, Matt Merrick's getting back on that.
Who's already in with, spoiler alert, the new girlfriend is now meeting with the mayor.
Yep. Yeah, because now the mayor and Vanessa are going through therapy with her. It's like it's
a weird guy who was in Fisk's office.
There's like the random.
He's really cute.
Does he become somebody like a super villain of some kind?
I think he's gonna become, because in this they have a character named Muse. I don't know if he's gonna be Muse or if the little kid that's trying to go to therapy, he might be Muse. But Fisk always has a guy on his arm, like that's like the kind of head of the muscle, kind of, you know. He's like his number one, and so that's what he's supposed to be. I think the new number one. He could be Muse, and Muse is like a person in Daredevil that actually like murders people and paints with their blood and shit. He makes paintings off of their blood. You know,
and then that's
my kind of guy.
Yeah,
we make the prediction now, and then we circle back.
I think he could be Muse, and I'm waiting to see who will be Muse. And that Tiger character, they really aren't gonna. That was like supposed to be a bigger character than it's gonna be now too. So, but I just think they did a good job. The tone is cool. It's cool. I think it feels like in that second episode, it showed us like the procedural or the lawyer show kind of getting in there. You know, it's like, okay, now we're getting into him being a lawyer, and you're gonna see how that works, but still kind of keeping in that world, which I think is it was fun. It was fun to see the second episode. I can see where it's going. But guys, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I think the death really did add to the higher stakes. And it really does change things. I think it sucks because if I'm a fan, if I'm that actor, you know what I mean? Like, you get written out, and then like, okay, we're bringing you back, and by the way, you're gonna die in 10 minutes. I'd be probably pissed, you know, but I guess happy to come back, you know, for like whatever it is.
I mean, damn, like that was
it's a paycheck
out of nowhere though. It was just like the squib. It was great.
Poof. Yeah.
Done.
Like he has this whole like, I'm Daredevil, and you see him like pose on the rooftop, and he starts running, and he's whipping through the air, and he's flying, and he lands, and all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, I gotta go back.
Yeah, man. I'm excited to see it. I'll watch a couple more. We'll see. Are you guys are gonna watch them all? You guys are hooked. You're in.
I'm in. How
many are there? 10? 8?
There's gonna be 8. So I'm gonna probably I might rewatch
6 more.
I might rewatch these this weekend too, because I kind of want to rewatch the pilot again. I don't know. I just thought the cinematography was awesome too. I really liked how they shot it. Yeah. And I love D'Onofrio. He's a freaking friend of the show, guys.
You know what I liked with like they kept it wide. Like a lot of these like action sequences, it's always just like the Bourne Identity thing with shaky camera, like close up of the fists, And then, but this was just keep it wide and long takes where you can see all the choreography, the hardworking choreographers had to come up with. And I feel like that gets lost a lot now is the art of the fight.
It does get lost. It really does. I think that, what happens with these days, it's like really tight, right? Quick, they speed it up, like put it up to 100, maybe 150, 200, maybe 200, maybe 200. The fist pounds move a little faster. You don't get to see the fights. They shoot them in little pieces. This is like you get to see they're getting to work.
Yeah, I think that's fun to watch. Way more fun to watch.
Yeah, I just love Charlie Cox in this too. I think what he's doing with D'Onofrio doing that scene you were saying, I love that scene. He's like, it's actually kind of nice to see you, whatever he says, and it's not so unpleasant to see you again.
He's good in everything. Like he makes Men in Black better.
Yeah,
he made Jurassic World better.
He did. You're right.
Everything he touches is better because of him.
Yeah, we all need a little bit more D'Onofrio in our life.
Yeah.
I love he came back because he's been trying to make this comeback for a while too. Because he's like, I just want to be Kingpin. He loves playing Kingpin. He's fucking great at it.
You're right. It's the role he was born.
He really is.
Yeah. So GR, how much did you get paid to be Kingpin? What was that? How much?
I can't disclose that, Brian. I have a non-disclosure.
I don't know what that. What was that? What kind of buy double were you, GR? I want to know.
Disclosure.
Well, let's just say I made a couple of bucks on it.
There we go. Round of applause for the thirsty daddy. I will see how this keeps. I will keep following up on it as it goes. Anybody else watch it out there? Anybody else say anything? Hope they bring back Elektra. Yeah, before they're going to recast Elektra, but I hope they stay with the same girl. If they're going to do that, They need better fight scenes, Edward Hyde says. I think that this was, there was a little bit of a CG in that one, but I like that fight scene, that one. I thought that was pretty cool.
There wasn't a lot of fight scenes.
There wasn't.
There wasn't quantity, there was quality.
Yeah.
I'm all for, because, sometimes it gets a little
I like the one on the roof, where they got into it.
Yeah. I agree with Queen this. I wish they bring in Spider-Man. That'd be freaking cool. I would. They mentioned him.
I mean, they can bring them all in. I mean, it's good that it's in Manhattan, right? Because that's like where they all hang out. So the possibilities are endless. And all New Yorkers, all the Marvel guys are New Yorkers, right?
Like, why not have them in there, right? Just put them in there. That's kind of cool. Like, even like a couple scenes, something. He just pops in. Daredevil actually, he has like this kind of like grappling hook thing to get around the city. I don't know. It's like a grappling hook situation. It's kind
of. Then Harrison Ford comes in as the Red Hulk, and he's like, "Give me my $25 million, or I smash."
He was the best part of that movie. He earned that $25 million.
The only good part of that. That was the only good part of that movie.
I didn't like any of it. It was so convoluted. It was so convoluted. So oh my god, you could tell there was like 7 writers on that thing.
Oh, they did massive reshoots on it too. They
and they were all bad.
I mean, every Marvel problem or pro show has reshoots built into their contracts. Every movie, every show, they just do it. But this one was like big chunks of it they reshot more than they usually do. So
yeah,
I don't know. And they added a whole new storyline, a whole B storyline that wasn't there before about these assassins.
It was so weird. Yeah, it was like I could tell it was like they were trying to fix this thing by throwing everything at the wall, and they just ended up making it an everything at the wall movie, which was like not. That doesn't equate to fixing.
And I gotta tell you this, one thing I was thinking too, it's like Anthony Mackie is like not even the main character of this movie, and he's Captain America. Like he's, he's like he's kind of like the B storyline. It's like this is a Harrison Ford movie.
It's a wannabe Captain America movie, not a Captain America movie.
Get why they held it till February,
right? Like
you guys didn't take a date to that, did you?
Oh.
It was like when it came out, I was like, "Wait a minute! What kind of guy is like, hey, happy Valentine's Day?"
I kind of really wish Sean was on tonight right now because Sean went to it on Valentine's Day. My fault.
Well, somebody had to, Brian.
We had that conversation a couple weeks ago, right before, right after. He's like, we had do that on Valentine's Day because we were talking about Brave New Worlds. He's like, I actually did it, and I was like, touche, man, touche.
Oh no,
good for him. It's way too late in the East Coast for him. He was.
The girl's down to do it. If she's into it, hey, whatever.
Let's go. I mean, there's a lot of people that just love that together.
She's the boss, you know.
There we go.
Right. That's right.
You have to learn those lines
before you take.
You have to learn those.
Captain America, you have to get consent.
Yep.
You have to learn. You have to learn those lines, Brandon.
Right.
Sorry.
One more time. What's that line?
You're right. I'm sorry.
There you go.
You said something else though.
No.
You're the. I think you said you're the boss.
Well, same thing I just said. You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, get you out of everything.
Yep, you're the boss.
I'm the man.
Yes, dear. I forgot that one.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks, Peppy. But anyways, guys, Daredevil is out.
And Captain America.
A little tight.
Hey, Captain America. Yep. If you guys want to check him out, this is the time.
I can hear it in your voice. You're lying to the pep star. I can hear it.
No, we don't lie. We don't lie here.
We don't lie out, Peppy.
No, definitely not.
Marvel.
Yeah, I know. It seems like that, right? Lately.
Yeah, right.
Damn, you make me want to get drunk right now.
You already are.
Yeah.
Never gonna happen.
Hour.
Anyways, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks.
No.
Okay.
He's done. He doesn't want to quit. He doesn't want to quit.
Peppy, I gotta say goodnight, Peppy. Good night, Peppy.
No.
No.
I'm sorry,
call
Peppy.
Hall & Oates and tell them to reinstate their phone number.
Oh, fuck.
I know. It'd be a hard challenge.
Now I have a headache, Peppy.
Yeah.
I love my
right now.
Ozempic. Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the pep star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.
Kruse Control.